Valley Indian Reservation is not the only thing that brought the Indian people in that area. There was different families such as the Thoms, the Charlies, the McCashes, Harrys, the Supers, the Wickses, and the Dicks that lived in that area long before the Quartz Valley Indian Reservation was ever established. So it was not just the reservation that put us there and got us to doing our culture there. That was something that was brought there by our people years and years ago. And so if we continue to lose in that area, we're going to lose a big portion of our heritage and the things that we'd like to rejuvenate in the ways of culture. We'd be losing all that, and which I think is very important, more important than some of the things that the federal government are willing to give us through grants. That could come later. Let's get our land back and get these heritage and culture working again like it used to, and we can get all these other grants later. But without the heritage and culture, we're lost. They used to even have, during the winter months when the steelhead were plentiful, the Indian people used to sort of compete in making spears and spear poles, which probably don't really mean too much in ordinary life, but it was the competing. See who can really make a good spear, who can make a good spear pole. And and they were all sacred things, because I remember the time I tried to borrow the one that Charlie Thom made, and man, he tells me I had to take care of it and then don't hit any rocks with the spear, dull it, and man, it was something. And then he wanted it put back right at the place where I found it. So they really respected the things that they did at that time. And that same way it went with their baskets. They always was finding new designs and new material to add on their baskets so that they could really be proud of what they did. So these were all recognizable things when I was young, growing up in that area. And just like Charlie was saying about these holes here, now we could go in there and probably walk all over there and discover things, but our elderly people know that this country belongs to the Modocs and the Shasta, as their language would have the determine who the tribes were, and there were Shasta and Modoc, and they may use this cave for one of their culture and heritage purposes, and we wouldn't want to get in there and start doing things. We have to respect them. We have to respect their ways, just like we would if they came over in our area. We'd show them what we have, but we'd like to have them show respect as well. I might add that I envy Charlie Thom that he can sing these songs and I can't, and that's something that I should have learned, but I somehow missed out on going to the white person school. I guess they didn't teach us that. Yeah, well, there's just a little bit more to it than just singing the song. You have to have the meaning coming out of your heart. That's the main thing. So until I begin to learn how to do that, then maybe I'll help Charlie with some of his songs. It's a lot stronger to talk in areas like this and then to be in a big building somewhere kind of imagining things. Here we can look at the mountains, the rocks and the trees, and the ways the Indian must have traveled through here years and years ago. And sort of put a feeling into the people's hearts that, we're not just out here facing the cameras and so forth and saying that this is the way to go. No, we want to show that what our true heart really feels about our land and how we can unite this if we put an effort into it. I think we have a lot going. I think this is a good beginning here. We're in foreign, like I say, we're in foreign ground as far as Indians goes, and but we can do the same on our ground as well, and invite them there, and we can unite together and maybe trade songs or two and get to know them better. So That's the purpose of all this, and hopefully that we can go further than I hope it doesn't stop right here. I hope it continues.